Round 1 of a daily on July 7th. I'm going back and recording this one because the daily I recorded just earlier um, was pretty poor. I have some poor luck, and I don't think you want to see videos of me losing. At least I hope you don't. So I'm doing really well in this daily 3-0. I want to show you some videos of how the deck's going to go when it starts running well. So let's go through these. First round is against Mono Red. Mono Red is not the greatest matchup main board, but the sideboard match is pretty insanely good in your favor. Now this hand was not the greatest, but at the same time it has Obstinate Baloth. So, well, we didn't know he was Mono Red, but I figured between Preordain and the cards I had in my hand, I'd be able to do well in any matchup. Birthing Pod being great as well. So we get a Birds down, he kills it. So the Birds is worth 3 damage there from a Lightning Bolt. We find a Nest Invader is very nice. The guy does a lot of work against Mono Red. He's the only mana creature we leave in after the board. So he bolts away the Nest Invader. That guy just took away another 3 damage. We get a land off the Goblin guy, which is nice. We get to play our Obstinate Baloth. If we can survive the next turn without sacrificing Eldrazi Spawn to chump block, we can play a Frost Titan, and Mono Red just can't really deal with the Frost Titan. The only way they can deal with it is going around it, so that's always nice. Here I misplayed by playing it before combat with a Lotus Cobra. It didn't turn out to matter. I think he made the wrong play anyways. Let me turn off TweetDeck real quick. Anyways, I said I didn't actually close it. I said he misplayed by blocking there. He could have swarmed around me if he hadn't, but he didn't, so we're killing off his creatures, which is what we want to do here. Him chumping is not gonna. He shouldn't be worried about his life total right now, and he's just giving me a lot more time. He had a pretty aggressive draw, and drawing Birthing Pods is not great against Mono Red. They are pretty expensive in terms of mana life total. They're very poor if you have to pay full mana for them. So he Stagger Shocks here. I figure the best way for him to win is to draw another. He'll need all 3 of his mana if he wants to win. It didn't turn out to matter, but that was the way we would have saved the game. We just top decked Splinter Twin, so we go off. We probably would have won the game anyways, depending on what he top decked. But it was really nice to draw what we did there. We won the game. See, we had a good attack force here, and he would have to chump, and he had no way to sacrifice the stuff. So, I'm sorry, we had the Birthing Pod, so we could have turned the Deceiver Exarch into an Obstinate Baloth post combat, got him to 8 mana. So that's what the main plan was. Drawing the Splinter Twin just happened to be nice. So we're gonna go to game 2 of round 1, and here he gets a first turn Goblin guy. We mulligan a hand that had a lot of nothing, no removal. I really want to see a Lightning Bolt or an Arc Trail in my opening hand. So we mull into a land heavy hand, but we get some removal. He keeps on Goblin guiding us in the land, but we keep on drawing land though. It's kind of annoying. Here he gets to Teetering Peaks his Goblin guy. We get to bolt it, saving us 4 damage there. Really nice. And we get to play a workhorse in Nest Invader right here. Unfortunately, our mana is turning out kind of weird. We're going to be playing our Raging Ravines very late. That Shredding Burning Rage is going to last a while too. So we play our island here, Preordain. Find a Spellskite. This card's amazing in this match, and we'll keep going. He plays an Ember Hauler here. We play a Raging Ravine and pass a turn. We don't attack because we want to block if he has a way to kill this. So he Teetering Peaks here. He doesn't understand that you can have Spellskite redirect the Teetering Peaks to itself, so we get a free. He uses 2 cards to take out our Spellskite, which is exactly what we want to do. So we're flooded here, so we're just going to keep on. We're going to attack with Raging Ravine. Eldrazi Spawn is back to chump block, but hopefully it won't have to. The funny thing is, he plays the Koth Hammer, so we actually do chump block here. The Raging Ravine will let us kill the Koth here unless he has a Dismember. And he does not. We get to hit him down to 10 and kill Koth. It's important. Playing our second Raging Ravine. So he Stagger Shocks our Nest Invader. That saves him next turn. because as you see, we're going to be able to arc trail away his attacker, hit him down to 8, and hit with Raging Ravine. If the Nest Invader was still in play, he would have died. Although he had the Stagger Shock in his hand, but if he had Stagger Shocked us, I mean. So that's a huge Shrine of Burning Rage, but we're at 15 life right now, and he's at 2. I want to use this one because I want to make sure that even if he drew a Lightning Bolt, he has to use this Shrine on that guy. The Shrine was pretty much the only one that was going to die there, so I just didn't want to make. I wanted to make sure he used his best creature, best card, and our best card. Like, we had another Raging Ravine, I could have activated that one instead and gone for lethal. But if he had drawn a bolt in the meantime, he gets to bolt it and then draw next turn and still have his Shrine going. So I figured that was the best option. We get to attack here, and we've drawn an Obstinate Baloth, but it's better just to try to end the game right now. Even if he had a bolt, Koth wasn't going to go lethal. Wasn't going to be a problem just yet because we still have the Seagate next turn. We could attack his Koth, so we did fine and we won that game. A little flooded, but he was a little flooded too, so that was nice. We're going to go to round 2. I played against a white weenie deck, I believe. No, it's a Pure Steel Paladin deck. So this deck is really vulnerable against losing if it doesn't draw its namesake. He has spell skies to protect his Pure Steel, but he doesn't actually have. As you'll see, he didn't actually draw the Pure Steel in these games. As champion did get annoying though. So we get to use Lotus Cobra to set up all of our mana in a Birthing Pod in play. We get to play out all of our birds and play a Birthing Pod. I didn't quite want to turn the Lotus Cobra into a Secret Oracle yet, because I figured we could use a mana at some right here. We can't go for the combo because Spell Sky's out, so that's something important to note. We get Deceiver Exarch, use it to untap the Birthing Pod, sacrifice the Exarch, and we get Obstinate Baloth. We'll play the second pod and turn the Baloth into a slime, taking out his Spell Sky. So that's really nice. Here, he searches for a Sword of Feast and Famine. He doesn't have mana to equip it because he's a Preordain, so we're fine there. We Splinter Twin our Acidic Slime, kill the Sword of Feast and Famine, attack here, and then we'll sacrifice the Acidic Slime's second main phase to get a Frost Titan. Here he should have activated his Inkmoth Nexus, giving his guy Metalcraft. Fortunately for us, he did not. He top decks or he had in his hand. I think he top decked it, a Sword of Body and Mind to get through our Frost Titan. Well, he could have gone through anyways, but he needed Metalcraft. So here we destroy his land, we attack, we try to tap it down. He remembers that he can activate Metalcraft with Inkmoth Nexus here, so that causes a bit of a problem. We need a good solution here. We find a Lotus Cobra, and we can turn that into a Metamorph into Birthing Pods after getting a Secret Oracle to get a value in the chain. So the Metamorph can copy an Edge Champion, and as it is, there's no really way to remove it that's colorless, and it'll take out one of these colorless creatures. So we trade off there, we make it a lot harder for him to kill us, and we just seal the deal with this Nest Invader here because it generates a colorless token. I stick the Splinter Twin on the Frost Titan. Splinter Twin on Frost Titan is nice because you get to tap down 2 permanents a turn permanently from the trigger from entering play and the trigger from attacking. We also have this extra insurance of a colorless blocker, so the game's wrapped up. So that was game 1. Game 2 is a lot weirder. We had the weirdest draws here. This didn't look like a standard game at all. It felt like block how ugly it was. So we open on a fine hand, a lot of stuff to interact with him. We have all of our mana. He's got a Flare Husk. If he ever draws his Pure Steel Paladin's toast. So we draw an extra Nature's Claim, we take out the Spell Sky immediately. We had to take out Spell Skies immediately with this deck. They're really good against us. So we keep on going with this line of play. Our opponent attacks with his Flare Husk. We're going to play Deceiver Exarch and tap our red for a bolt just in case and block the Flare Husk. So here we Preordain. We put them both on the bottom and we get, we put the Raging Ravine on top. As an extra land that can be a threat as well. So he's got a Spell Sky here. We're just going to Acidic Slime it. That gives him a turn to Pure Steel and play maybe a sword, but he doesn't actually have it. He does instead have, he tapped around for a while, Metamorph, and he got rid of our Raging Ravine, which is kind of annoying. So we have a little bit of standoff here. Batterskull's annoying as well, so we'll Nature's Claim that before he gets a chance to untap with it. So we finally find a Raging Ravine. Now that we have a Raging Ravine, I want to trade my Slick Slime off for his. He doesn't want to trade, so we'll keep on going with this. Now we're both flooding out here. He does have a Celestial Colonnade and a 3/3, and we're at lower life. We've given him 8 life from our Nature's Claim, so he's going to win a race normally. Our opponent activates a Colonnade here. Here I make sure to dismember before combat so he can't swing and then counter. Since this guy has Vigilance, if you wait till after, you're going to be in trouble. So we top deck a Metamorph, very nice. We get a copy of Slime, take out his man land. So we're putting the pressure on him now. We drop him down to 10. Revoke Existence is like the worst card. I would never play that. I can't imagine ever playing that in Standard. But he does it anyways. We attack with everything because I'm sure he'll block our Raging Ravine with his Slime. And now we're both top decking. I hit him for 3 here. Oh, sorry, 2. He chumps with the Ink Moth. I play Lotus Cobra. And again, going with the theme of today, I draw a Splinter Twin on the turn. It doesn't matter, but it's just wins the game 1 turn earlier. He pretty much had no outs anyways, so that was that. Always make sure you attack for extra damage on Twin Pod, Splinter Twin. Okay, so that was round 2. Let's go on to round 3. Played against somebody who recognized me from Pure MTGO, which is cool. This guy was a fun guy to play against, Dave Lombardo Jr. So we talked a bit. We both mulliganed down pretty aggressively. I went to 5 and he went to 5, so we both have really weird hands. I was glad that I got a Birthing Pod here. So we get to land the Birthing Pod, but the annoying thing is we just don't draw any lands after this. It's pretty bad. He gets to strip away our Preordain. Actually, I'm sorry. I drew... Oh yeah, we don't draw any lands, but I sacrifice my Cobra, get a Seagate Oracle. Should get a land off this. No land. So we keep going. He's got a bunch of lands, but he doesn't have much to do with it. Smartly into the Royals, our Seagate Oracle. We have nothing to do. So he gets to play a Jace. I'm really I'm doing facepalm right now. Again, facepalm. So this is not looking good at all. I'm expecting a Grave Titan from any turn, but apparently he's mana flooded, from what I can tell. So finally we get a blue. I want to make sure to we get something resolved, so I want to play my Deceiver Exarch in his turn. If he has Mana Leak, I want him to use it now instead of later, so I try to tap it down. He has Doomblade instead, which is fine. Now we get to resolve something. We try for an Obstinate Baloth. It actually resolves. I'm pretty surprised, so we Splinter Twin it away and get an Acidic Slime, blow up a land, pass a turn. We have the combo in our hand, but we're going to want to see if we can trade away all of his removal first. Leona Vess, he uses the combo of Search up a card, Vampiric Tutor, and draw a card to essentially tutor up any card he wants from his deck. He finds a Doomblade. Unfortunately, we couldn't play Frost Titan there because we drew a tap land. So he goes to Vampire Nighthawk here. And we go to play Deceiver Exarch in a turn, tapping his Nighthawk so he can kill one of his Planeswalkers. So we attack here, kill Liliana, play Obstinate Baloth. Stoke Rebuttal as we expected. So we're working through his hand. Hopefully he doesn't have much. Killed our second red. That was kind of annoying. And he'll put us down to 9 here. We find our second red. That's very nice. So second main, we'll play Seagate Oracle, Mana Leak. Okay. And he goes all out and attacks us here, which is a mistake. He noticed it, But the point is that I have a active Birthing Pod, and I didn't sacrifice my Deceiver as a clear sign I have Splinter Twin in my hand. Especially when I had the double red in my hand already. Let's see here. I need to finish this before. So that game was won. And let's look at this other one. Decent hand start here. Nice drawing the Birds of Paradise as well. So let's play turn 2 Nest Invader and Raging Ravine tapped. He preordains. I play the Nest Invader so the Seagate Oracle says it puts on more pressure, and we get a better start. We get a more explosive start with the extra colorless mana. So here I try to play opposite Baloth. It gets countered, no surprise. He hits his land drop. We draw Splinter Twin, very nice. We'll attack for 2 here, and in second main we'll play Seagate Oracle. We have 3 mana just in case he has a mana leak. I was hoping to find a Deceiver Exarch at this point because we would have been able to play at the end of his turn and Splinter Twin on this next turn. We just find land though. He plays a Jace. We find a Birthing Pod, excellent. He's stuck on land though, that's very nice for us. So we go over here, we use Birthing Pod, and we're not going to pay any life because we don't have to here. And we get a Darkslick Drake. I really like Darkslick Drake against blue-black. As you can see, he didn't actually kill it, even though he had a removal in his hand, because he's wary of giving us a 2-for-1, which is the idea with the card. It's just value. So Raging Ravine, we want to attack here. He kills the Raging Ravine. We use the Darkslick Drake to attack Jace. He should have waited on the Raging Ravine when we're at least until we were attacking, so he knew what we were attacking. So we get a free card off of the Darkslick Drake. We turn into Acidic Slime, put him either farther back on lands. He has everybody draw. He Englishes away Lotus Cobra. I don't want to play straight into a mana leak, so we're going to Birthing Pod away this Acidic Slime, get a Frost Titan, lock him down, and we're going to turn that into a Spellskite to lock the game up. And the game goes on for a little bit more, but we pretty much have this things locked up, so I think you need to get ready for the next game. So I will talk to y'all later.